Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're taking a look at the much anticipated sequel, Hocus Pocus 2. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you will be notified with each new video. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we're covering Hocus Pocus 2, and this was released on September 30th, 2022. It was directed by Anne Fletcher, and the screenplay was by Jen D'Angelo. The production companies were Walt Disney Productions, David Kirshner Productions, and Weimar Republic Pictures. And it was distributed as a Disney Plus original. So before we get into the movie itself, let's take a look at how the movie got made. So in July of 2014, Disney had announced that they were developing a supernatural-themed film about witches with Tina Fey as a producer. The rumors circulated that this was the much-anticipated Hocus Pocus 2, but Dateline Hollywood actually broke the news that this was not the case. This project never ended up actually happening. In June of 2016, actor Doug Jones, who played Billy Butcherson in the original movie, mentioned that Disney was discussing a sequel to continue the story of the Sanderson sisters. And in the book Hocus Pocus in Focus, author Aaron Wallace said that Disney had made several attempts at making a sequel to Hocus Pocus, but Disney's focus at that time was on major tentpole films such as the Marvel movies and the Star Wars movies, and they just didn't feel that Hocus Pocus 2 would be a good fit. So in September of 2017, screenwriter Mick Garris confirmed that he was developing a sequel to Hocus Pocus, and that it would be either a Disney Channel or a Hulu original movie to be aired on Freeform. Original star Bette Midler, who played Winifred, was not fond of this idea and stated that if this went forward, she would not be part of it. And finally, in October of 2019, a sequel was announced that it would be placed in development as a Disney Plus original film. Originally, Adam Shankman was assigned to be the director, as he would direct this movie and the sequel to Enchanted, entitled Disenchanted, at the same time. However, in April of 2021, Anne Fletcher would replace Shankman as director, and Shankman would continue duties on Disenchanted. And finally, in May of 2021, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy all announced that they would be returning for the sequel. So filming of the movie occurred in Salem, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, and it occurred from October 18th, 2021 to January 6th of 2022. In October of 2021, it was also announced that John Debney would compose the score, and a soundtrack was actually released the day of the release on September 30th, 2022. So let's take a look at the cast. So we have Bette Midler, who returns as Winifred Sanderson, Sarah Jessica Parker as Sarah Sanderson, Kathy Najimy as Mary Sanderson, Sam Richardson plays Gilbert, Doug Jones returns as Billy Butcherson, Whitney Peak plays Becca, Belisa Escobedo plays Izzy, Lily Buckingham as Cassie Trask, Tony Hale as Jeffrey Trask, and Hadding Waddingham as Mother Witch. So in terms of the plot, two young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern-day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from bringing havoc onto the world. The world may have been free of Winifred, Mary, and Sarah as the fear they invoked in us all, but what happens when you mess with magic? It messes back. So in terms of marketing, the first teaser trailer was released on June 28, 2022, and it actually reached 4.6 million views in the first 24 hours. On August 29, 2022, a first look at the character Billy Butcherson was released, showing the character brought back to life by the Sanderson sisters. And at the D23 Expo in Anaheim, California on September 9th, 2022, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Najimy appeared via video segment to talk about the film, as well as release the official trailer and a brand new poster. As a tie-in marketing campaign, the Sanderson sisters were also included in the Disney mobile game Magic Kingdom. Once it was released, Hocus Pocus 2 became the most viewed premiere in the United States in its first 3 days of release. So would I recommend this movie? I thought this movie was okay. I don't think you should compare it to the original because I think they're two very different things. I felt the story did not feature the Sanderson sisters in a way that made the story about them. I felt that this could have been any witches, and it doesn't necessarily focus on the Sanderson sisters from the original movie. It just was kind of just three witches shoehorned in. I also felt that the story goes into very many different directions, and it's kind of not as focused as it needs to be. For example, the story starts with the Sanderson sisters wanting revenge on the descendant mayor, played by Tony Hale, from the past, but it's never really followed up on, and it's never really concluded. In terms of positive aspects, I think the performances from Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker are definitely a highlight. I love the comic timing of Sarah Jessica Parker. She's very good at capturing that funny moment and putting herself into a humorous situation. So overall, I think it is definitely worth checking out, as it I wouldn't compare it to the original because I think you'll be a little disappointed if you do. So thank you so much for joining us here on Disney Movie Investigation. I would invite any of you to please leave a comment below on what you think of Hocus Pocus 2. And so as we look to our next video, we will continue with our Halloween theme as we look at the horror film Antlers, along with a bonus story of the history of Disney Double Dare You. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you really soon.